I was just talking to somebody about custom harmonicas, and not so much custom harmonicas, but tweaking the embossing, the reed slot, and gapping. Right. He was saying, well, why would someone want to do this, especially if you've got a decent harmonica which has a high standard of quality. So I've got here, right, a Ben Bouman, Zidao Classic 1847 steel reeds. Sorry, Ben, I haven't done anything to it, right? All I've done is taken the bottom reed off, and the screws are still in there. It's ready to go back together. But I thought I'd make this quick video for anyone who's like curious about these things, and the way that I've sort of got this going on is like, look here. I got a feeling this is a, I found this somewhere. I got a feeling it is like a blues harp, Hona blues harp. Not the wooden one. What's that called? Maybe it's not a blues harp. What's the really cheap one? It looks like a special 20, but it's so cheap. I've got some here. I shouldn't be. I want to make this video longer than it should be. You know what I mean? But it is a blues harp, so it's not a blues harp. So I don't know, right? The point is, what I'm going to do is switch the camera around. So it's not a blues band. Maybe it's a blues band. The point is, it's rubbish, right? I found it somewhere, right? Okay, and and I didn't even bother even trying to play it, but I kept the reed plate. I kept the parts, the screws and stuff, so that I could use them, for it, in my toolbox. So there's that. Yeah. So I'm going to show this up against the light in a minute. That's the point of this. This is from Zidao Solis Pro. Right, they're built like a Marine Band Deluxe. When you get it out of the box and you smell it, it's actually built better than a Marine Band Deluxe. But right, unlike the Zidao steels, they're brass reeds. I had 3 of them, I think. I would not encourage anybody to buy them, but people gave feedback on the website, the reviews, and they said love them, great, and all that sort of thing. So I wouldn't argue with anyone about it. I'm just saying I would not advise anyone to buy them. I actually say steer clear. You may as well just go and buy a Marine Band. Apart from the fact that these are about 30 quid, and a Marine Band Deluxe can be about 50. Yeah, well, 30 or 39. But a Marine Band Deluxe costs about 50 quid, sometimes more. So if you're going for build quality sort of thing, this is a good shout because it's about £10-15 cheaper. Apart from the fact that I don't think Zidals, they don't specialise in these brass. There's something wrong. That's that. I felt that. What happened to me? I'm going off on a tangent now. What happened to me was holes 5, 6, or 7 on 2 harps. The reed just stopped working on one of them, and then I sort of had a look at it, and it's almost like the reeds were loose. You could sort of, if you know anything about reeds, you could sort of do this really easily, and it's, do you know what I mean? So you got 3 harps there, custom Ben Bouman. When I opened this, the reason why I bought this was, one, because it was a bit like a Christmas present, special thing. I've not bought a custom harmonica since. I would like to be able to do my own work for my own harps. The other reason why I bought it was because I thought, you know what, I'll get it, I'll crack it open, and maybe I can see what has been done. And the thing is, I couldn't see. couldn't see. But just now, when I was sending some photos to someone who was asking about embossing and gapping, why it's done, I showed photos, and I'm going to show you now. So you got the free, you got the whatever that is, yeah, and it's not toy cheap 199 thing. It's probably about 20 quid. And that's why some honers should just be cast into hell, because they're just, some of them are just like the Silver Star, rubbish. They're like the Pro Harp, airy. I'm not saying the Pro Harp, not saying it's a piece of rubbish, but the price of it. Anyway, I'm going off on one. Here you go. Look, watch. I'm going to spin the camera around and I'll show you, and maybe you're going to see why people customize or why people do these works on their harmonica. So there you go. Got a torch going on here. Right, here is that Honer thing, right? And this is what the pros do when they're embossing. Embossing means, see that gap around the reed? Yeah, the reed is a tall thing standing. You got these things called rivets. They should hold the reed in place safely. Look at the size of that gap, right? And you might not know what that means right now. You might not understand and think, well, yeah, there needs to be a gap. Of course there's a gap. Well, how's the reed going to move in there? Right, now watch. So now you're talking, I'm going to Zydel brass. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Right, let's go back. There's your brass Honer. This enter Zydel versus Honer thing. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just talking about customizing. Now, can you see how smaller the gaps are? Yeah, see how smaller the gaps are. You can tell this now has come with a better sort of quality standard. Look at that, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, now look at Ben Boumans. Customized harmonica. There's almost no gap. And look, to look at hole 1, I'm trying to get it quite square. And then I've got to tilt it a bit for you to look at hole 2 and 3, for it to be equal measure all the way around. It's like there's no holes. Almost. There's almost no hole. And that is what I failed to see when I just unscrewed it the first time and had a look. Since then I didn't bother. It was almost like, wow, I can't even see it. All I knew was when I first got it, in my sort of immature playing, I was unable to play it because it was so sensitive. Some holes muted in a sense. Yeah. Now I can play this like any other harmonica, because I've just matured in my embouchure's matured. So this is why Zydel brass. Yeah, it's quite good quality. So this is extreme. If I had a Honer Special 20, it might still look a bit like this, but not as bad as this. I'm pretty sure a Honer Special 20 wouldn't look as bad as this, but it's just an extreme. I guess this is an extreme experiment. Zydel brass. Zydel steel, custom harmonica made by Ben Bouman. So in this video, I am recommending him. I'm not. I don't even know whether he's still making them. I don't know. For the price as well. The price. It was not much more than an out of the box 1847. So, you know what I mean? Right, I'm going to try and pause this and put the Ben Beaumont's harmonica together and have a little play. Right, there you go. Right, I haven't got the cover plates screwed back on. So this isn't an advert for Ben Beaumont's harmonicas. It's just that I've had this harmonica for about maybe 2 years. It was around lockdown. And like I said, it just went in my case because practically I couldn't use it very well. And I knew it was me, so I just put it in the case. It looked lovely. I pulled out every now and then for even chords. I couldn't play that chord as well as I do now, and when I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I'm just saying, even the chord didn't sound right. I think maybe because hole 3 was too responsive. When you say too responsive, it means maybe I was too heavy on it, so therefore it muted. So if he is still making them, I definitely would encourage. Well, be careful. What I'm saying is, I'm not right. I did go on a bender once, because it was like, whoa, I've just bought 20 harmonicas, and now I've come along to these people, and they're saying the only way to go is customized. Yeah, I don't agree. I've found a lot of people who play harmonicas without them even opening them. Okay. I've found a lot of people who say, yeah, I crack them open and do my own adjustments. And then there's also the community who use customized. They're all good. They can all do what they want. Happy. God bless them. I'm just saying, if you was going to explore buying a customized or a set of custom harmonicas, I would definitely advise you to go in this direction. Ben Beaumont, if he is still doing that on his website, there's sort of like these free categories, and he even said that he sent mine by mistake. It was like I ordered it. But there's like these free categories. I should have looked before making the video, but I didn't think I was going to be talking about his harmonica much. There's like these free categories. Let's say it's a bit like Ben Beaumont standard. It just sell you a 1847 classic. Maybe even then it's probably cheaper than what it is from other places. And then there's a Ben Beaumont Super. I'm not wording it correctly, sorry Ben. And then there's like a Super Duper, and then there's a third stage which is even better, sort of thing. So sorry Ben, I didn't really word that properly. I should have gone and done a bit of research there. All I'm trying to say is, if you're curious about buying a custom 1847, then go and look at Ben Beaumont's stock, send him a message and see if he's on it. That was a bit of improvisation. There you go. So there's a video about why they do embossing, which is making that reed gap, the gap around the reed smaller. And I didn't really talk about gapping there. More the embossing, like the difference between a harmonica which comes straight from the shop, between one that's been customized, embossed. And I believe they talk about them being, when I said he sold me it by mistake, I only paid for sort of like, you know, like step one, customized basically. And he said I ended up getting the one that was one or two pegs above it, which was sort of like, you know, ultra customized sort of thing. I don't know. Go and look at his website and you'll see. So one of the other things as well, why they customize, is to make them louder. That's what make them bend easier. That's hole 3. Don't really use this much. There you go. And now my hand's aching because I'm holding this thing together, so I'm going to go and screw it back up. Things they do, and a bit of proof as to what they do and why they do it.